If it's your first time on my channel, please hit the red subscribe button below and turn on the notification bell so as not to miss anything. Thank you. Since her ascent to the throne in 1952, Queen Elizabeth II has built a reputation in her more than 70 years on the throne as a dutiful and dependable monarch, via the official site of the British royal family. She has been quoted as having promised the English people, "My whole life, whether it be long or short, shall be devoted to your service." Besides her sense of duty to English citizens, the Queen also has in her possession some downright surprising things. Other than all her magnificent castles and royal grandchildren, what stuff can the Queen of England actually call her own? From the oldest living Queen award to all the dolphins in her reach, Queen Elizabeth II is a genuinely notable monarch. Here are some of the most interesting and surprising things owned by the Queen of England. All the dolphins. Bringing a whole new meaning to everything the light touches, Queen Elizabeth owns every single dolphin in her realm. For Queen Elizabeth superfans, this is no new tidbit, and, perhaps more interestingly, the Queen doesn't just own all the dolphins. Thanks to a piece of legislation from the Dark Ages, she technically owns every dolphin, whale, or sturgeon within any waters inside her realm. Can a piece of legislation that is hundreds of years old dictate who owns whales today? According to Time, yes it can. The treatise on the fishery laws of the United Kingdom is still in effect, nearly 700 years since its creation. In 1324, King Edward II of England signed the treatise into law, but its wording is a little outdated. For example, a custom before the official edict had the king and queen dividing parts of the whales, even though they both owned them. Nevertheless, Queen Elizabeth can, if she so desires, create a fleet of whales, dolphins, sturgeons, and really any other unnamed big aquatic animal to do with as she pleases. Whether or not the Queen enforces such legislation is a question for Her Majesty herself. For a monarch who has conferred with prime ministers, presidents, other royals, and more, it is hardly expected that she may be preoccupied with porpoises. Whether or not the royal fishes consent to such ownership is another issue entirely. 200 Launer bags. Queen Elizabeth has a soft spot for clutches and bags, especially English-made pieces. The classic brand Launer has been making artfully crafted leather bags in England since the 1940s and supplying the Queen with her personal collection since 1968, via Royal Central. Now, she owns more than 200 Launer bags, according to royal expert Phil Dampier, and author of What's in the Queen's Handbag? And Other Royal Secrets, speaking with The Cut. She loves the brand so much, she awarded it a royal warrant in 1981 as manufacturer of handbags and leather goods. The bags are sold to the general public at Fortnum & Mason, with a price tag worthy of a queen's ransom. Most are worth well over $2,000. Nevertheless, Queen Elizabeth orders 4 new Launer bags a year, via Royal Central. As far as what the Queen carries in her purse, Dampier details the frequent possessions kept in one of her famous bags, including a makeup case made for her by Prince Philip, pictures of her family, and mints in case she needs them. Queen Elizabeth also has a secret purse language she uses to communicate with her security guards. Royal Central reports that she often uses small signals with her bags to tell her staff she is ready to leave a situation. She even places her bag on a table or desk as a 5-minute warning. A wind dial. The King's Gallery, built for King William III, at Kensington Palace, is a magnificent room with red-painted walls, marble detailing, and hand-painted depictions of Ulysses' epic tale positioned on the ceiling. All of this belongs to Queen Elizabeth II, as per historic royal palaces. But one piece, in particular, stands out amongst the rest as a very important piece of history. It's a weathervane and map, positioned just above the beautiful marble fireplace. King William III, who reigned from 1689 to 1702 via Britannica, used the King's Gallery as a secret headquarters of sorts, planning military actions and strategies in the very room. What does all this have to do with a wind dial? Well, the gold-plated, wind dial and map allowed the king to tell the direction of the weather without even leaving the room, according to the documentary Secrets of the Royal Palaces. King William III used this wind dial to tell which direction on his map of Europe the wind was blowing, allowing him to perfectly time his attacks on France, with whom England was at war with at the time, without ever leaving the room. 2 birthdays. British monarchs have since the mid-1700s celebrated 2 birthdays a year, one for the public and one for the home, according to CNN. Queen Elizabeth's actual birthday falls on April 21st, but she reserves this day to celebrate with her close friends and family, reports the BBC. According to CNN, English monarchs such as Queen Elizabeth have since the 1740s held public birthday celebrations in the summer to ensure good weather. All about tradition, the Queen upholds this one in spite of having a spring birthday. In 1760, King George III officialized the Trooping the Colour Parade as the Royal Birthday Parade, and it has remained so ever since. This parade takes place in June each year and is usually accompanied by gun salutes in England's great parks. And what about the private birthday celebration? Not much is known about how Queen Elizabeth spends her private birthdays, but she does spend each one with family, with the exception of 2020, which was spent on video calls with family members instead of in person due to the COVID pandemic.